Good afternoon, good evening everyone. Thank you for inviting me here today, and it's a great privilege to be speaking in front of you. So yeah, I'll be speaking in behalf of my other Filipino women who's been under the LCP, and also I want you to also I want to let you know the impacts of the live-in caregiver program after they're out of the program. So I was also one of them. I came from there, and then there's more than 100,000 Filipino women have come under this program, and we are still counting. And women had to endure this modern slavery program that is nothing but oppressive and exploitative. What is worse is we are seeing it in our community, that the impacts trickle down to our children. And as women from this program, we are relegated into poverty, thus our children also inherit this poverty. And to add to that, a family that you wanted to be together became strangers to each other once reunited. I have an example of this one. She's a woman who is mentally, emotionally, and physically abused by her employer. She's still under the program right now, and actually even though she wanted to be here to speak in front of you, but she has this fear of knowing that her current employer right now will be terminating her because of she's going to be speaking in front of us, and the fear that immigration will know that she is fighting for her rights, and then she's also telling everyone of what she's experiencing. Yes, as I've mentioned, she's mentally, emotionally, and physically abused, and the thing that she has to call on that day, then when her employer was abusing her, she has to call. It's a good thing that she was able to call her sister in the US. And this sister of her was the one who called the police here in Canada just to inform that she was being abused by her employer. So on that day, when the police came into the house of her employer, well, she has that evidence because she had bruises. She had bruises, and then she was crying. She was really the maltreatment that she has went into was really, really, really bad. So the police took her to a shelter, and from there, so they went into a lot of, she struggles because she has no money, and then she went into a lot of she has to file a case for the employer. So she went into a lot of more emotional thing. So the thing, and then now she is applying for her permanent residency, and she always had a fear that that had happened will be the immigration will look into that and will be doing something that she might not be granted a permanent residency. And then she is, well, as to tell you, she has a lot of fears. So so if you can just imagine that this woman, who is a university graduate from the Philippines, who has been so skilled just because of the live-in caregiver program, that the treatment that she has went through with her employer, it has done so much to her. And also, as I was talking to you right after the program, where are these women? Where do you see these women? So I have two women right now. They applied for their permanent residency from 2010 and 2011. So they are in the, as we have been calling it, they are in the backlogs. So these women have been waiting for almost 4 years of their life to be reunited with their family, but it's been a long wait. They have been contacting, with the help of the Philippine Women's Center, they have been contacting the immigration of why they have to wait that long time. And now they have received a letter from the immigration again, of which I was able to read it. And the immigration again wanted to, like this pile of papers that they have sent 4 years ago, the immigration wanted them to submit it again. So they have to went to the very first step. So they have to contact their family again, the Philippines, to get another passport, to get another NBI certificate, to get another medical certificate, of which how many more months or years again they have to wait, just for the immigration, for the mercy of the immigration to get this permanent residency. These women have went into a lot, just financially and also mentally. I was just like helping them with their papers. When you ask them, sometimes you ask them because they really need to comply with all these paperwork. You ask them, when did you get married? And you know what? They cannot even recall when they get married. They cannot even recall the birth date of their children. Well, they were stuck in this job. Although they were out from the live-in caregiver program, they were still doing the same job, babysitting. They were still doing cleaning, housekeeping. So what can you get from these people? They don't have time to read books. They don't have time for socialization, because all in their minds is just, I need money for my children. And to the fact that these kids has to go to school, they can't stop. They can't stop school because they have to comply with the immigration that for the scrapping of the LCP. Scrapping, we don't say that these women will not come to Canada anymore, but we are asking from Canada government that these women will come here to be a regular immigrant. Why can't Canada accept that there is labor issues in here? It's not a problem of, we know for a fact that this is not a problem of immigration, this is a problem of labor. And we are always asking, we have been calling for the scrapping of the LCP because we want these women to come here to Canada as permanent resident, to be with their family, to stop all this mental and physical and emotional abuses from these employers, to be able to provide for their family, that to be together is much better than being away from their family. And and in behalf of Philippine Women's Center again, that we are always we are now calling for the settlement and integration of Filipino women and Filipino workers here in Canada. Thank you.